Hi everyone. So today we are going to learn about how to gather the requirements for the healthcare project and how to document it. Okay. So as told in my previous videos, I explained you about this claim master and what's the usage of this claim master. So today when you are gathering requirements for this application, what you have to keep in mind. So you need to ask the business owners that so what are the fields they want to get displayed, right? For example, here you have a menu like files, then forms, view, search, claim entry, database, spreadsheet, code sets, logs, image, setup, and then EDI exchange and help. Okay, so it has so you have to ask them, okay, now how many menus you want. Okay, you have to make sure all these menus are listed. And then when you click on file, what is it showing? It is showing open sample file, open, and then open directory, create 27 CCA file. So all the whatever is getting displayed, right, in forms, all the claim forms like HICFA, CMS 1500 UB, all the forms needs to be shown. And if you see view, EDI editor should be there. So here we have an option called EDI editor. Then in the output mode, you have printer, screen, image file, spreadsheet file. And what are the different types of claim type? Professional, institutional, dental, reporting. All these needs to be shown in the left corner. And in claims entry, all the different types of claims, professional claim, institutional claim, dental claim. And all these sections must be shown. Okay. When database, if we connect, it needs to connect to the database. And how are claims in the database? Okay, so for example, if you say we don't have connection, that's why it's asking for connection settings, but it needs to connect to the database and how to create SQL tables, how to do the field mappings. Okay, all these options needs to be shown here. And also if you want to import anything, we can import all the spreadsheets, we can import. And code sets, like different types of codes are diagnostic codes and procedure codes are there. So what are the different types of codes? Deny reason codes, diagnosis codes, drug qualifiers, entity codes, claim status codes, certification type, attachment report type. So all this different type of codes should be there, and daily logs and statistics. And also in image, right, whether we can have the images, the file images are being there, and how to do this EDI exchange, like whether to FTP, SFTP, or whether it's through automatic scheduling or automatic setup. So in each and every menu, what it needs to be displayed, and how after that going forward, how it needs to be how that application needs to be developed, you need to gather all the requirements. So I have told you, like there are many techniques, right? The techniques are brainstorming, you have surveys, you have workshops, you have questionnaires, you have focus groups. So you have interviews. There are like about 50 different types of techniques are there. So you can use any of those techniques, and you can schedule meeting with the business owners, and you can gather the requirements. So once you are like having a high level idea of how it will be there, I would recommend for these kind of projects, we can do a technique called prototyping. So prototyping is nothing but you're already showing like a sample software, how it will be looking. Okay, so you can make a miniature of this application. You can do like in testing environment, you can create a sample, and then you can show it to the business owners, so that they are having an idea of how this feature will look, how this application or software will look. So that is prototyping. I recommend that technique because it's a very complicated software application. It needs to process all the different types of claims. So my recommendation is you do prototyping. Prototyping means we're already creating like for example in construction, right, if you're building like big buildings, right, they will be showing a miniature how it will look like. If you go to any temples also, there'll be like for the entire temple there'll be a small miniature somewhere. If you see that how the temple like entire look will be in small size, right? Similarly only I'm telling, prototype means this is a real application, but before even you create it, you are doing like a miniature of that, and you'll be showing to the business like this is how the software will look like that you're showing, and you're getting approval because it is easier for them to understand how it will look. Okay, so these are the different kind of features and how it will look and how what all is possible and whether it will be processing all the types of claims. So see here, there are different types of claims, whether it will be processing all the type of claims, professional, institutional, dental, reporting. So whether it will be able to process that. So for that you need to use like very specific techniques, like I said, I recommend using prototyping technique here. Okay, and once you gather like a very high level of requirements, then we are going to write the BRD. So when you write the BRD, you should definitely, first I have already told you, you need to write all these. So first is version history, introduction, what are the business rules, requirements, use cases, activity diagrams, as-is diagram, to be process flow diagram, all that you need to write. So first, what is the version, who created it, approved. Okay, next is what are the business rules. Business rules in the sense, like for example, for this application, okay, for this application, what are the business rules? Business rules is it needs to process first of all the claims, right? So all the different, what are the different types of claims it needs to process, and within how many like hours it will be processing. For example, to create an EDI file, how long it will take. Okay, whether, because there will be SLA, like the file needs to be sent in within certain time frame, and how can, if you are sending the claims through this application, and if it is not received by the insurance, right? So what is if it's not received by the insurance, what will happen? Whether they'll send us any message that they didn't receive, or they can always, from here, through the SFTP or FTP client setup, the files will be sent, but sometimes they may get rejected because some mandatory fields is not there. Okay, so it's getting rejected. So when those times, right, you'll be getting a rejection message saying that this particular file will, you can see here, EDI receive log, sent log. So here you'll be getting a message stating that that file was not received by the insurance. So what is that? What are the rules? Within how many? So you need to clearly define here. So what are the high level business rules? So when it needs to go live and all that. So all that will be, you have to document here. Okay, within, what is the SLA, within how many hours we have to send the files, and within how many hours we have to receive the acknowledgement files. All that you can put it here. Next is business requirements. So business requirements means we need to allow the user to create the claims, right? So each thing will be a business requirement. For example, I click claim entry and I click professional claim, it needs to open this. Okay, that is one business requirement. Okay, for the user, as a user, when I click a claim entry, okay, I may be able to create a new claim. As a business user, when I want to search something in DB, I should be able to search the patient information. As a user, if I want to connect to the database, I need to connect to, and I can connect to the database and create the tables. So that's the statement. That's how you will write the requirements. Okay, as a user, I have to open. As a user, I need to open CMS 1500 so that I can create a claim form. Okay, that is one business requirement like this. Okay, and as a user, I have to I need to open a claim type, or I need to open the EDI editor to edit the, or to open the existing EDI file. Okay, this is one business requirement. As a user, I need to create a claim entry. Okay, so I go here, dental claim. As a user, I need to create a dental claim, new dental claim. Okay, what it needs to do. So user has to go here. When they click open, the dental claim should be there. Then they have to click here, and if they click into new claim, these fields all needs to open. And then what are the mandatory fields? Organization name, address, all these are mandatory, and all these fields needs to be filled. Then the claim will be created. So each and everything you have to document in business requirements as a user, I need to, that's the word you will start. As a user, I need to log into claim entry menu to create a new professional claim. Okay, as a user, I need to I need to be able to click on institutional claim and create a new claim. As a user, I need to create a dental claim. So all this will be different types of business requirements. As a user, so for example, as a user, I have to connect. What is the for ED exchange menu? What needs to do? As a user, I need to connect to the automatic scheduler and send the claims to the insurance. That is one requirement. Okay, so inside that what will happen is, but you on a very high level you will start writing requirements like this. So once you write all the business requirements here, then you have to create a detailed use case. Okay, so for example, every feature here, right? For example, file feature, like what are the, like now we go into detailing. Okay, first like very high level, and then you now you go like detail. You need to write first one. On the file menu, I need to open sample file, I need to open other files, I need to open directory files, I need to open like this. You have to write everything in detail. So under file, exit option should be there. Under forms, all these options should be there. So now like line by line, detailing you need to write the requirements. Okay, so you'll be writing all that here. So line by line you'll put all the business requirements, and then once on a high level you have finished it, you need to put the as-is diagram. So you can put the diagrams, how it is, use case diagrams, and very importantly, like currently, like what happens, how the data flow is. Okay, how the data is flowing, and you need to put the currently how that application is working. Okay, so this kind of diagrams you need to put it in the BRD. So when you put it in the BRD, you, for example, for this application, how will you draw the diagram? You need to like say here, this application is interacting with an insurance, right? So different kinds of insurance it is interacting. So what it happens to do, first one, this application needs to be installed in everybody's laptop, right? You need to download this and install in everybody's laptop. That's first thing. Then they need to be able to connect to the database, right? So that they have all the members information. Then they'll be able to create a claim, right? And then once the claim is created, then they need to follow any one of these process and send the claims to the insurance. Okay, depending upon if it is successful or if it's getting rejected, we need to receive the message stating whether the file was successfully sent or the file was rejected. Got it? So for that you need to draw the process flow diagram. Okay, so how is the data flow diagram? You need to draw. Okay, and I have made a video on how to draw a data flow diagram or a process flow diagram. So you see that video. Once you have drawn the diagram, please like add it in the BRD here. Okay, so this is a very high level BRD. Now next we are going to specific, like very technical document. When we go to technical document, we need to put everything in detail. Okay, so BRD mostly is business requirements, right? Now we come to technical specification document. In technical specification document, you need to put everything like so earlier I made a video on EDI, right? How to read an EDI. Similarly, you will make a document here. Okay, what is an EDI file contain? It contain header, data element, data segment, okay, and then loops. For example of an EDI 837 section, okay, what is a data element? What is a loop? Like this, you need to create a technical specification document. This will be created by business analyst only. So for that, you need to know what is an 837 EDI file. I made a video about it. Please go and see that video. If you have not seen it, please see that video. So you need to write this in detail. Okay, this is how an EDI 837 file will be looking and how we can test this. Okay, so if you are first, you need to put everything in detail. Like for example, sample files, how it will look, each and every type of claim, how it will be looking. Like that, you need to put all the details in this document. This is called technical specification document. So with all the examples, if anybody wants this, send me an email, I can send you. So we need to put all the technical details in this document. Let me tell you how to test them. So when we put everything here, see here it tells everything in loop, how many what is a segment, what is the loop, and how to line by line we have to read A37, what is the loop, what is the header, what is BHT, hierarchical transaction. I have what is a submitter loop, 1000A, 1000B, 2000A. So all this I have explained in the other video. Please go see that video. So once that you have defined in this document everything in detail, now let's see how to test it. So when we go test it, so first is you create a brand new document, right? Business requirements, very high level. As a user, I need to, okay, in that format you create it. Now this is like a technical document. In this technical document, you will define how an 837 file will be, okay? How this file will be there, how to go to this EDI editor, how that file will look. So when we go here and we click on 837p, this is the format of the file, right? So how this file will be, how to read everything. So all the details you will put in the technical specification document. Line by line you will put what is loop, segment and all, you will put it here. Now you need to tell the developer also how to test this. Okay, so in that technical document you will be writing here. So there are variety of claims, right? Institutional, professional and dental. So what you have to do, you have to put the mandatory fields. Does the mandatory fields in, does the data is correct entirely. Then what will happen? You need to go to the claim editor. So in that page you need to put all the details, okay, and then you need to create an 837 format. Okay, we need to make sure the request is sent to that insurance. So like this you need to put like everything in detail, like step by step what you will do. First step what you have to do, then at least second step what you have to do, third step, fourth step what you have to do, fifth step. Like this you will put like how to test. Like this you put details in the technical specification document, so that high level they will know how to test it. Even your testing team also, they may require this document, because they may be, first of all, they may be not aware how an EDI 837 file will look and all, they will not know. So you need to tell them clearly. So what are the different types of files we are going to see? 837 data layout example. So for example, you have see here subscriber details, destination payer details, receiver details, provider details. So all this you need to put it in the document, and you need to explain that format also. So this is a loop, this is a header, and this is what you call the provider details, and then you have claim details. Okay, so claim details here 2300 is claim details. Okay, this is another loop. So at the end, service line details. So like this you have to explain everything in this document line by line. You have to explain it, and then you give this document to the developer and tester. Once you give this document to the developer and tester, that developer and tester they both will review the entire document, and they should tell you whether they are clear or not. If they are not clear, then you can always explain them. Okay, what is this document? Line by line you need to explain. If they are ready, right? If they are ready, then they can go for development. You can put the same document as user stories in JIRA, and you can start the development. You got it? This is how you translate the requirements into documents. First of all, you need to understand what this application or software will look like and how it will exactly business wants. Then you need to create a prototype for and show it to them, whether business, this is how you want it. You get the final confirmation, final UAT. I mean, like business requirement documents, you need to get the sign off. So once you you create this BRD and get the sign off, now you can create the technical specification document. Okay, this is technically like everything in line by line you are telling the developer. Okay, because this project contains so much technical details, you need to tell the developer technically, and then you can create directly after this. You can create, if it is agile, right, you can create user stories, attach all the documents, and they are ready for development. Okay, and once they have completed the development and testing team has tested it, now you can, this final product, right, you can again give it to the business owners for UAT testing. And in UAT testing, you can always share a same document or a different document and ask them to test the same way, and they should be able to test it. Okay, sample like dummy data, they have to log in into each and every section, and they have to test and see. On the claim section also, they have to log in and they have to test by themselves. And if everything is fine, they provide the sign off. Then this product can be going into live for people. Got it? This is the end-to-end for this particular application. You need to what are the techniques, how you need to gather requirements, and how much how you need to document, and you need to explain to the developers and get the sign off. Okay, so how to do UAT testing, I have made another video, and how to draw process flow diagrams, I have made another video. How to write a BRD, I have made another video. So there are multiple videos regarding like everything, how to write each and every document. I have made videos. So if you're new to the channel, please go and watch those videos. It will be very helpful. I hope this session is helpful for everyone. Thank you for watching.